Welcome to this brief but comprehensive review of the best products available. Finding quality products isn't easy. It requires hours of scrolling through search results, which we know you don't have time for. That's why we did it for you. We've extensively researched the best products of this year. We've studied hundreds of reviews and consulted experts, grading each product on features, construction, and manufacturer reputation. Those that impressed us in all areas were granted a spot in our final rankings. Let's take a look at those rankings now.
Coming to you from sunny Golden, Colorado, here today to walk through the instructions of how to set up our Morrison 2 backpacking tent. It's a great two-person, two-pole, two-vestibule design that we really focus on the ease of the setup and the quality of the construction. Walk through it with us. The first thing you're going to want to do is lay out your tent body on the ground, and once you've done so, you're going to access the contents of your stuff sack, which include tent stakes, tent fly, and poles. These 70-75 aluminum tent poles are segmented and shot corded together. You'll notice that the tent poles are color coded, one set being silver, one set being anodized gold. We're going to then take each of the poles and lay it across the tent in an X-shaped pattern following the corresponding color of the clips. Gold on gold, silver on silver. And then we'll proceed with staking out the corners of the tents. Very important that you drive these stakes into the ground at a 45-degree angle facing away from the tent. It'll ensure that you get a nice tight pitch. With the stakes firmly planted in the ground and a nice tight pitch to the tent, we can now insert the poles into the color-coded grommets on the corner. Following the pole along the arc, affix these clips as you go. Once you reach the top of the tent, you've got two plastic J-hooks that come across from opposing sides and make sure that you have a really nice tight pitch. Next, we're going to attach the fly to the tent. You'll see that the webbing attachments on the corner of the fly correspond with the colored webbing attachments on the bottom of the tent itself, again making it very, very easy to decide which orientation the fly sits on top of the tent. You've got a front and rear guy out point for the vestibule, pulling it as far away from the tent as I can, and again at that magic 45-degree angle, driving that stake down to the ground. The next place you're going to want to utilize one of the tent stakes is going to be on these guy lines on the side of the tent. You'd simply insert your stake into the bottom of the 3mm reflective cord, pull it a couple feet away from the tent body, and drive that stake down into the ground. And then come up here to these tension locks that can be pulled backwards to loosen and pulled down to tighten to get a nice tight pitch on the side of your tent. And finally, your tent's equipped with vents on either side of the fly. These will allow for greater ventilation inside, so in rainy, humid conditions, we can increase the airflow inside the tent and help reduce any sort of condensation that might happen in there during your night's sleep. The Mountainsmith Morrison 210, a very easy to set up, great two-person, two-pole backpacking tent for your next adventure. Thanks a lot for watching.
Hi, I'm Dale Karakatz with Mountain Safety Research, here today to talk to you about our reinvented Hubba Hubba NX 3-season tent. The two-person Hubba Hubba has been a best-selling tent ever since we introduced it 10 years ago, and now we've made it even better. Backpackers will love the Hubba Hubba NX's new ultralight weight, a scant 1.56 kilograms, 3 pounds 7 ounces. That's significantly lighter than previous models. If you're a minimalist, you can go even lighter by setting it up in one of two fast and light modes. The Hubba Hubba NX isn't just ultralight, it's the most livable ultralight tent for two, and here's why. The symmetrical pole geometry maximizes head and shoulder room throughout the tent, so you have more livable space inside. Storing gear? Not a problem when you have two large vestibules. For ventilation, we used lots of mesh and put in kickstand rainfly vents to help reduce condensation while increasing the airflow. And you can even roll the vestibule partway up from the bottom to let in fresh air, even when it's raining. The freestanding tent is easy to set up with its unified hub system with DAC featherlight poles. One of our goals with this tent was to make it as easy as possible to set up. That's why we used color-coded webbing on the rainfly and the stake loops, making it really easy to orient the rainfly to the tent. We chose 20 denier and 30 denier high tenacity ripstop nylon along with our waterproof DuraShield coatings to make sure you stay dry and comfortable on the inside. And we've designed the two large stay dry entrances with built-in rain gutters to channel water away so you don't get dripped on getting into or out of the tent. When it's time to break camp, you just load the tent into the wide mouth stuff sack and use compression straps to pack it down ultra compact. And there you have it. The reinvented Hubba Hubba NX from MSR, designed for you to enjoy your time inside of the tent almost as much as your time outside of it.